Welcome to Great Cigars, Great Community. My name is Thomas.
I'm Super Dave.
Today I am smoking an Afuente Eye of the Shark. What are you smoking, Super Dave?
You're being real fancy today.
You got
me on the other hand, I'm just keeping it real. I'm gonna smoke my Jericho Hill OBS. It's a fantastic Mexican San Andres over Nicaragua and binder and filler.
He's being over the top on that one.
Not being over the top. I mean, it's a fantastic smoke.
Is that why you chose it?
Yes. And if you are a Crown Heads guy, you know that these are truth. I mean, but I'm about ready to get into this.
Well, before we get into this, I, being a beginner cigar smoker, wanted to look this up on the interwebs.
Which is always scary, by the way.
Yes.
Some reviews you find on the interwebs, not misleading, but you can always tell what the guy had for dinner. Right. Just saying.
They state, aroma from the wrapper is oatmeal cookie-like with a big barnyard leather and a touch of cocoa. And whenever I smell it, I smell pure straight pepper, with the end of it being oatmeal cookie-like.
Well, see, that's why it's about reviews. I mean, it's all perspective because it's a different perception of that cigar from that person's point of view. So, that's what's cool about cigars is the fact that you may pick up a little bit of the oatmeal, but a lot of pepper.
Right.
Well, that person may pick up a lot more of the oatmeal and a lot less of the pepper.
Right.
So it's always, I mean, that's one thing I like about reviews, but also hate about reviews.
You can tell.
Yeah, because sometimes that review that you read will implement those flavors in your brain.
Right.
And make you think you're smelling those, and really, sometimes you're really not, because that's where I'm not getting that oatmeal, but I'm getting more pepper. But that's what it's about, and that's what most of the reviews I like them, and a lot of them I don't. But I appreciate that person taking the time to sit down, smoke that cigar, and review it for the people like yourself or like me, and to learn more about the flavor profiles of different cigars, and that will better your palate.
Well, I will also use that as a point of reference for other cigars from now on. If I smell this and they state that they smelled the barnyard, cocoa, oatmeal raisin, I'll put that into perspective of other cigars whenever I smoke them.
Yeah.
So now, as you were wanting to do, let's get into them.
We're gonna get into this. Cut it.
Do you ever light yours with a match?
Every once in a while. I like matches, but I like my torches better though.
Torches are much easier, I believe. Bit of creaminess, but I also get that raisin flavor. I've never had a potato chip flavor in a cigar. Comment down below if you have, but I haven't yet. I
would say when they talk about potato chips, because what do you know of plain potato chips? They're salty.
Right.
So that saltiness, which like salted nuts or something like that. So
right.
I figured that was something he was talking about in that review, was the saltiness he's picking up of that cigar. So that's just another profile builder.
What about yours?
Dark leather.
Dark leather?
Yeah.
Really?
I like it. It's chocolately, but that's San Andres. San Andres is gonna be spicy.
Right.
And I know I say spicy a lot on a lot of cigars, but a lot of cigars I smoke are spicy.
They got that kick in it.
Yeah, they have that little kick in it. And Mexican San Andres is one of them that have that little dark espresso chocolatey flavor that I like.
Okay.
And this one, while it's not as dark as the La Crema,
right,
but it's definitely somewhat smokes like it.
Is it as smooth as La Crema?
No.
No.
Not as smooth as La Crema. There's definitely some creaminess about it, but it's not as smooth as La Crema.
Okay.
The La Crema is just it's just good to me. I like it better with, like I said, I like drinking. I like hit my coffee with that. I mean, I didn't like it with bourbon, but I do like it with coffee though. But this one, I could definitely smoke this one while drinking bourbon.
Really?
Yeah.
Any specific type of bourbon?
I usually drink a lot of high proof bourbons, like a lot of bourbon is high proof, but like 100, 115, 120, right. That's, to me, that's high proof, and that's what I like. Right now, I'm drinking, well, I just got done drinking, was the 1792 Bottle and Bond bourbon from NT's here in Tupelo. It is their selected barrel that they've got from 1792, and it is phenomenal to be a Bottle and Bond bourbon. It is phenomenal.
Well, if we can find it, we'll link it below online.
I don't think you can get that online, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, you have to buy that at the store. Okay. It's his selected bourbon. It's like a single barrel, basically.
Okay.
So if you're here in Tupelo and you want some of that 1792, hit up my boy NT's out in Belgium, Mississippi. Slowly inching my way into the second thirds. The burn's getting a little wavy, but I think it'll correct himself.
Well, mine's about the end of the first third, and it has been a ride. For example, at the beginning, we still had that oatmeal raisin kind of flavor that it was going in. Then it just hit with a strong leather. I don't know if that's because I'm drinking Coke and it's muting out all the other flavors, but that leather just came through fully. And now it's like a charred flavor you get from a piece of meat on a grill. So I don't know how they put that into a cigar.
When it comes to blending a cigar, from what I was told, it's kind of like cooking. So you kind of like, you take a little bit of, because there's 3 sections of a cigar plant.
Right.
And so you take a little bit of this, a little bit of the Viso, a little bit of the Seco, a little bit of the Ligero, and you kind of put those together in different variations or different amounts of each one of them anyway.
Right.
And the way some of them do is either the bunching style or they do the accordion style.
Accordion?
Yeah, so kind of like an accordion. Like those, how that little fold.
Right.
Anyway. So they do something like that. And so I would say that from looking at that and watching them do it, it's all in how they put in so much of the leaves to alter the flavor profile of it.
Okay.
And a lot of it is the aging process of the tobacco when they put them in the curing barns or put them in the curing barns, but then also the aging of the tobacco when they all roll together and all those flavors mellowing out together. Then like the soils and all that kind of stuff. So that it all plays a big part of the flavors you get from certain tobaccos anyway.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, that's the whole technical side of it. But like I said, the blending of cigars, man, it blows my mind talking to like big guys who blend for these companies that we all love and whatnot. And some of these cigar owners talking about blends with them, it's amazing that the amount of knowledge those guys have and most of the knowledge that they share with us when they come to cigar shops.
Really?
When we ask them like, okay, what was you thinking when you blended this cigar? What was you trying to?
The mentality of it all.
And a lot of us ask them also, what was you drinking when you blended cigar? And you'll be amazed that a lot of blenders drink either water, Coke, or coffee.
Really?
Yep.
I guess just to set the mood of what they're trying to focus on.
Yeah, because most of your tobacco is going to be the darker, the well-aged tobacco anyway. It's going to be that strong espresso flavor anyway, or that cocoa or something like that. So it's pretty cool to sit down and talk to those guys about that kind of stuff.
So we're coming into what looks like either the middle of the second third or the end of the second third for me, and looks like you're on the second third.
I'm on the second third.
How's it burning?
That leather note has went down. It's burning good. It corrected itself. I just relit it because I let it go out because I was running my mouth or on my phone. And
or both.
Or both. The leather has went down a little bit. Now you're getting a little bit of the spiciness from the cigar, the spiciness from the San Andreas, and that dark chocolate or dark cocoa flavor, and rich tobacco. So it's pretty good.
Well, mine, I've gotten a lot of leather remaining. It went back to leather. Now it's a little bit of gingerbread, but I wanted to read what the review said on it, just so y'all know what it tastes like from an expert's point of view. In the article, they say things get sweeter in the second third with oranges and creaminess adding themselves to the finish. There's still a gingerbread along with leather and a different form of meatiness, a smoked pork rib flavor. Now, I never got that pork rib flavor. I hope to one day can tell that type of flavor in a cigar, but at this moment I don't. And then they go on to say it comes at the end of the second third into a candy cane like sweetness. So you were talking about how that was you would expect that in a cigar like this?
Yes, the complexity of a cigar. So you want, so a cigar like the Out of the Short, and for you being a new cigar smoker, that's really like upping your game when it comes to cigars, because that is a sought after cigar.
Really?
It's the complexity of it. You want that complex. You want it to be complex. Some people like that complex, like all those changes, those subtle changes, or those pronounced changes. You want those because it keeps the cigar, keep you on the edge of your seat, basically.
Right.
So you're getting all these different flavors and trying different things. So it's pretty good sometimes.
Well, I can tell you one thing. The pack on this is amazing. Look at that.
Yeah. You gotta try to hold on that to the band. See
oh, we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. I like that. That's how you can tell sometimes how the ash holds on.
Right.
Is how well that cigar is constructed.
Really?
So that's what I love about cigars, is sometimes you run across some cigars that are constructed really well, and you can hold that ash to them, like either the whole cigar or either like just half of it.
That's goals right there.
I've done it a few times, but I have seen them where they get a little wonky, so they turn like that.
Right.
It's pretty cool. All right, coming to the last third. I am anyway. We got a little while to go.
I have about 30 more minutes on this one.
Yeah.
This one is still going. It made it to the band. We'll show you what it looks like right here. If it does keep going any further, we'll show it at the end of the video. But as for today, this will wrap it up.
All right. That's GC Squared, or Great Cigars, Great Community. I'm Super Dave.
I'm Thomas.
And we're out.